Hi, I'm E, and this is a quick practice, a podcast where I share simple practice I have found in everyday life. This week, I have been practicing imagine other people's life, inspired by overhearing a conversation about dinosaurs. If you're afraid, please close your eyes with me and picture a grocery store you rarely visit but can still recall. Maybe you remember the way the aisles are set up, the produce section, the frozen food, the canned goods, or even just the smell of the bakery. Or maybe it's just the overall vibe of the place that sticks with you. There's probably some small, slightly annoying reason you don't go there often. Maybe your not-so-favorite boss lives nearby. Or perhaps it's someone you feel for, someone you shouldn't have, who lives next door. It might be that the air conditioning is always just a tad too warm or slightly too cold. Or perhaps once you bought an avocado from that store that simply refused to ripen. Even after 3, almost 4 weeks. In the end, you have to peel it, chop it into chunks and bake it. That lukewarm, slightly bitter avocado mush left you feeling resentful. Told the store, the avocado, the oven, and even yourself. Well, actually, after I drizzle some hot sauce on it, it doesn't taste so bad. So maybe I shouldn't blame the grocery store or the avocado. It was just the way things turned out. I guess avocado are like people. We all have very different personalities. I probably should have done a little bit more research on both avocado and people. Okay, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The point is, this isn't your go-to grocery store. Oh, and if you're driving, walking, biking, rock climbing, or deep diving, whether it's in the ocean or into any topic of your choice, or even watching popcorn in the microwave, eagerly waiting for the first kernel to pop, please don't close your eyes. Enjoy the moment, and let's find another way to step into this imagined grocery store. Pop. Have you ever had that feeling? Like, no matter when or where you hear that pop of popcorn, even if it's not real popcorn, not real pop, whether it's through speaker, a screen, or from far, far away, you can still instantly sense the popcorn smell. Just a tiny pop can bring back the most vivid memories. Maybe you find yourself yearning for a little pop, hoping it's the sound of happiness, or luck, love, family, friendship, wealth, or maybe a beautiful future. You hold on to a bit of hope, counting down in your heart, convinced that one day you will hear that sound. The anticipation builds, yet a sense of calm washes over you. You turn around, searching for the source, fully convinced that once you hear it, you'll be happy forever, joyful forever, and never feel empty again. Where is it, you ask yourself? Where is that sound? Let me hear it. Please let me hear it. You think, walking down a crowded street with noise-cancelling headphones on. I think like this quite often. Sometimes I even believe I have heard something. Did you hear it? Have you heard it before? Where was I? Oh, right. So, forget about what I said before. Let's pretend this is your favorite grocery store now. You like the jingles that never change, day after day, enthusiastically announcing the best deal and the freshest produce, even though everyone knows the prices are pretty much the same as at any other stores. You have walked into this store in all kinds of moods and situations. on happy days, when you were starving, during seasonal depression, or right after leaving a pool, with the smell of chlorine still clinging to your hair. Every time you realize you have a favorite grocery store, you feel a little bit embarrassed. I actually have a favorite grocery store? You chuckle to yourself, standing in front of the cereal aisle, holding your wet swimsuit. You have never really been into cereal, or granola, oats, or cornflakes. It's the sugar-coated nuts and dried cranberries in a mixed one that make you secretly love. And you know you will never tell anyone that. Whenever you step inside, the smell of takeout and freshly baked bread energize you to push your little shopping cart through the aisles. It puts you at ease. Smell that? Fresh sourdough from the oven. Oh, and cookies, just baked. But, of course, that oatmeal raisin. You have always wanted to try the store's coffee, even though it's notoriously terrible. You've never felt bored in this grocery store. How could you? You are content. Unlike other little things in life, you have no lofty expectation for this place. There were a few times, especially during terrible weather or lockdowns, when everyone grabbed anything they could, leaving you unable to find the grocery you planned to buy. Yet, you have never felt truly disappointed here. You feel fulfilled. At least 30 minutes each week are your favorite, and you never tire of this sense of contentment. Thinking about it almost makes you want to cry. Contentment, really, is all I am looking for. I don't need more. I just want to feel content. I'm not asking for too much, am I? Doubt begins to creep in. You recall a few weeks ago at a birthday party, where some of your friends, a group of film aficionados, were passionately debating the narrative style of various directors. Meanwhile, another groups, the camping enthusiastic, share their favorite story and profound personal insight, spiritual awakenings under quiet starry sky and cool autumn breeze. Of course, you could have chimed in. You always could. The truth is, in many areas, your friends regard you as someone with unique insight and refined taste. At the very least, they never mock your opinion to your face. Even when you choose silence, they never assume it's due to ignorance. Right? That film was so great, wasn't it? The shots and the story was so deep. Your friend remarked, seemingly seeking your validations. You offered a few thoughts. Yeah, it was really good. That film reminded me of another movie, a poetry collection, a few paintings, and some music with similar thing. The only thing that might need some tweaking are a few lines that feel a bit disconnected from reality. As you spoke, you thought to yourself, God, that was the most boring movie ever. Who in the world would watch something so pretentious? You would. You would watch it. Your friend would watch it. And all these cinephiles out there, full of curiosity and never fully satisfied by mainstream film, would watch it. But honestly, you just wanted to go back to the grocery store. Back to your little world. Back to those 30 minutes of contentment. Ah, yeah. Just like you said, you are right. There really are so many common threads between this work. Your friend replied. You smile at your friend, nodding along to their rhythm. Yes, exactly. I agreed. You set down the pretentious tiny plate you were holding, the tiny dish, the tiny cup, the tiny forks, the tiny hors d'oeuvre, and along with them, your tiny, easily shattered ego. You walked toward the door, stepped outside, and couldn't believe you actually done it. You power walk through the dimly street, eventually break into a full smile. You couldn't stop laughing. You were genuinely happy, a type of joy you haven't felt in ages, unmad by underlying sorrow. The phone in your pocket rings. It must be your friends calling. But you have no intention of answering. You simply don't care. You know where you want to go. You know your destination. Breathing heavily, you run into the grocery store. It's a busy weekend night, and the store is packed. You grab a shopping basket, suddenly struck by a nagging feeling. Is it guilt? No, you're not sorry for leaving the party. It's something else. What exactly is it? You pause in front of the shelf stocked with toilet paper, picking up a package of kitchen paper towel to read the label. You already have 4 bags at home, but you've always have a particular obsession with paper towel. If there are fewer than 5 bags, you feel unsettled. It's an odd attachment. Maybe it'll be unhealthy, it'll be unnatural. But you convince yourself that this is your only vice. You deserve a few weird addiction, you tell yourself. You toss 2 bags of kitchen paper towel into your basket, followed by a few bottles of soda. Quietly, you think to yourself, oh, I know how wasteful bottled drinks are, but I deserve a couple of true bad habits like being environmentally unfriendly. As you approach the long line at the checkout counter, your happiness dims slightly at the sight. You really hate waiting in line. But you like the cashier who is always there, always smiling and very kind. Every time you hear their voice, you have to resist the urge to compliment them. You really want to ask, why are you here? What did I do to deserve hearing such a beautiful voice? So many times you have taken a receipt they handed to you, along with their warm smile. Each time you tell to yourself, I'm sure plenty of people have already complimented them. I don't need one more from me. And if I actually say it, they do think I'm weird. I don't want to become a weird customer in their eyes. What kind of compliment would be considered strange? What kind of compliment would someone accept without feeling pressured and without thinking it's a critique of their current situations? What kind of compliment can avoid a message like, it's such a shame. You deserve better. You don't deserve to be living like this. This world could have been better because of your kindness and talent, but now what? What happened next? In front of you stands a parent-child duo. Father, uncle, older brothers, completely unrelated strangers. It doesn't really matter. In your mind, they are father and son, both clearly fed up with waiting in line. The adult pulls out his phone to pass the time, while the child fishing an avocado out of the basket and started peeling off its stickers. Is that okay? You can't help but wonder. But since the adult doesn't seem to mind, neither will you. You watch as the child carefully sticks the peeled label onto the shopping basket, while the adult scrolls through a long list of photos, news, and posts to read a few comments. As they approach the checkout counter, the child asks, Dad, who invented dinosaurs? Who invented dinosaurs? The father repeats, slightly bemused. Who invented them? You're almost tempted to interject. Dinosaur wasn't invented. The father begins to answer, pausing to chuckle at a meme he's looking at online. Well, dinosaurs are invented by AI now because dinosaurs went extinct a long time ago. So, the dinosaurs you see today are all imagined by computer. After answering, he begins typing a response into the comment section below the meme. Oh, so dinosaurs are invented by AI? Yup. The father responds, still checking for the typo in his comment. How serious is this conversation? The friendly cashier starts ringing up the items for the father and son. Noticing the avocado label on the basket, the cashier simply smiled at the child and refrained from commenting. It means that one day this child will learn that dinosaur wasn't invented by AI, and that not every avocado will ripen. You realize you don't really need to worry about stranger's school-age child. There's a good chance he'll grow up to be a better person than you, free from an obsession with paper towel, without the ambiguity and hypocrites about environmental consciousness, never running away from their own birthday party. Yes, today is my birthday. Hey, happy birthday to me. Did you hear that? Hey, did you hear that? If you did, could you make a little noise to respond? Of course, you don't need to worry about the future of dinosaurs either, except for the gecko you saw hunting patiently in the corner recently. The future of dinosaurs is already set. You think to yourself, let me pretend that I will be a well-known celebrity one day. Maybe when that child grows up, he will use AI to imagine my future too. Maybe he will tell his children, yeah, a paper towel enthusiastic famously for loving grocery store went extinct a long time ago. So, the person you see now is just an AI creation. As the father and son finish their shopping and leaving the store, the cashier kindly greets you. Next time, you will muster the courage to talk to the cashier. Thank you so much for listening to a quick practice. See you next week.